Greetings, brave souls. Welcome to another thrilling journey into the unknown. We're glad to have you here on Whisper Wonders. If you're joining us for the first time, don't forget to subscribe and become part of our daring community. Today, we are peeling back the layers of one of the most iconic and debated haunted house stories of all time, the Amityville Horror. Are you ready to explore the chilling truth behind the legend? Hold on to your seats as we delve into the heart of this enduring horror legend. Our story begins on a cold November night in 1974, in the quiet town of Amityville, New York. A place known for its tranquility was about to be rocked by a tragedy that would echo through the annals of horror lore. In the dead of night, a chilling series of events unfolded within the walls of a quaint Dutch colonial house located at 112 Ocean Avenue. The DeFeo family, known and respected by their community, met a gruesome end at the hands of one of their own. Ronald DeFeo Jr., the eldest son, took a high-powered rifle and systematically executed his parents and 4 younger siblings as they slept. The discovery of the bodies the following day sent shockwaves through the community. The scale of the tragedy was unimaginable. It was a crime that defied comprehension, a son extinguishing the lives of his entire family. The ensuing investigation and trial exposed a troubled young man, haunted by unseen demons and driven to an unthinkable act. But as the town grappled with the horror of the DeFeo murders, a new narrative began to unfold. The house, now forever stained by the blood of the DeFeo family, sat vacant. It was a grim reminder of the tragedy that had befallen the town, yet it wasn't long before a new family, the Lutzes, would call it home, unknowingly stepping into a chilling story that would soon eclipse the DeFeo tragedy. The house at 112 Ocean Avenue, the scene of such unimaginable horror, was about to transform from a mere crime scene to a stage for one of the most notorious haunted house tales of all time. A story that would capture the imagination of millions, question the limits of belief, and blur the lines between reality and the supernatural. Little did the town know, the horror was just beginning. Just over a year later, the Lutz family moved into the DeFeo residence, blissfully unaware of the terror that awaited them. George and Kathy Lutz, along with their 3 children, were ready for a fresh start in their new home. Little did they know, their dream house was about to become their worst nightmare. Almost immediately, the family began to experience unsettling happenings, things that defied rational explanation. Cold spots would appear out of nowhere, even in rooms that were otherwise warm. Strange, inexplicable odors would permeate through the house only to disappear as quickly as they had come. Mysterious voices echoed through the halls, whispers that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. The children's toys would move on their own, and doors would slam shut without anyone near them. The family would wake up in the middle of the night to the sound of marching bands that seemed to come from within the house itself. But perhaps the most disturbing encounter was with a creature that bore glowing red eyes, a presence so malevolent it sent chills down their spines. As the days turned into weeks, the phenomena grew more intense, more terrifying. The house seemed alive, haunted by an unseen force that seemed intent on driving them out. The family's dog would growl and bark at empty corners, and their youngest daughter developed an imaginary friend, a demonic pig-like creature named Jody. Each night was a symphony of horror, a cacophony of whispers, creaks, and unseen footsteps. Sleep became a distant memory, replaced by fear and a growing sense of dread. It was as if the house itself was alive, its walls echoing with the memories of the tragedy that had occurred there just over a year before. After just 28 days, the Lutz family fled, leaving the house and its eerie presence behind. They left everything, their belongings, their dreams, their new life, all abandoned in the face of the inexplicable horror that had consumed their existence. The Amityville house stood silent, its dark secrets left untouched, its haunting presence a chilling reminder of the nightmare that had unfolded within its walls. As news of the haunting spread, skeptics and believers alike entered the fray. The Amityville horror was not just a tale of spooky happenings, but a narrative shrouded in controversy and skepticism. The chilling tale of the Lutz family's experiences stirred up a whirlwind of questions. Were the Lutzes honest victims of a malevolent presence, or were they cunning fabricators spinning a story for financial gain? Accusations began to circulate, suggesting that the Lutz family had concocted their harrowing experiences to cash in on the tragic DeFeo murders. What followed was a series of legal battles, with the Lutz family on one side and a host of skeptics on the other. The skeptics were a varied bunch, ranging from journalists and legal experts to paranormal investigators, each questioning the credibility of the Lutz family's claims. One key player in this controversy was author Jay Anson. His best-selling book, The Amityville Horror, brought the Lutz's story to the masses, but it also raised eyebrows. Critics argued that Anson had a vested interest in the tale's believability, as the book's success hinged on the authenticity of the haunting. Was Anson simply a storyteller, or was he an accomplice in a grand deception? As the debates raged on, the Amityville house stood ominously, its secrets locked within its walls. The skeptics pointed to inconsistencies in the Lutz's accounts, and the lack of concrete evidence as proof of fabrication. The believers, however, held on to the family's terrifying experiences as evidence of the supernatural. The controversy surrounding the Amityville horror was as complex and layered as the haunting itself. It was a tangled web of truth, deception, profit, and fear. The Lutz family maintained their claims, sticking to their story despite the skepticism and backlash. They had, according to their accounts, experienced something profoundly terrifying and unexplainable in that house. The truth, it seemed, was as elusive as the ghostly inhabitants of the Amityville house. Despite the controversy, or perhaps because of it, the Amityville horror seeped into popular culture. It transcended beyond the confines of a small town in New York, morphing into a ghastly tale that sent shivers down the spines of millions worldwide. The story of the Amityville horror has had a profound influence on horror literature and film. It was the seed that sprouted a new subgenre of horror, the haunted house narrative. This was a story not just about ghosts or malevolent spirits, but about the very walls around us turning sinister. It was a tale that struck a chord because it turned the safe and familiar into the terrifying unknown. Jay Anson's book, The Amityville Horror, became a bestseller, cementing the tale's place in the annals of horror literature. But it didn't stop there. The book was adapted into a series of films that further amplified the reach and impact of the story. These cinematic interpretations added a visual dimension to the horror, making the tale of the Amityville house even more visceral and chilling. The Amityville house itself became a sort of paranormal landmark. People from all corners of the globe flocked to this small town to catch a glimpse of the infamous house. Guided tours were conducted, and the house was featured in numerous documentaries and TV shows. Its iconic quarter-moon windows became a symbol of the macabre, a silent testament to the horrifying events that allegedly transpired within its walls. This enduring fascination with the Amityville horror is indicative of a broader human curiosity about the unknown, the supernatural, and the terrifying. It's a testament to our collective love for a good ghost story, especially one shrouded in controversy and mystery. Whether fact or fiction, the Amityville horror remains a chilling tale that continues to captivate the world. Its legacy is undeniable, and its cultural impact is far-reaching. It has forever changed the way we perceive haunted houses, and its influence on horror storytelling remains as potent as ever. So, brave souls, we reach the end of our journey into the Amityville horror. We've delved into the heart of one of the most haunting tales of our time, a story that continues to stir debate and intrigue. We uncovered the tragic DeFeo murders, a gruesome event that shocked all of Amityville and set the stage for a chilling narrative. We stepped into the shoes of the Lutz family who, in just over a year after the DeFeo tragedy, claimed to have experienced a terrifying onslaught of paranormal phenomena. Cold spots, strange odors, and eerie voices, all leading to their hasty departure after a mere 28 days. We navigated the murky waters of controversy and skepticism, questioning the authenticity of the Lutz family's claims. We explored the role of author Jay Anson and the ensuing battles in the courtroom. We heard from the skeptics, journalists, legal experts, and paranormal investigators who cast doubt on the Lutz family's harrowing tale. Finally, we examined the enduring cultural impact of the Amityville horror, its influence on the horror genre, and its status as a paranormal landmark. Now, it's your turn. Was the Amityville haunting real, or was it an elaborate hoax? The answer, much like the house itself, remains shrouded in mystery. Remember, in the world of the paranormal, nothing is ever as it seems. Stay curious, stay brave, and until our next adventure, good night.